So, have you been feeling a little bit of your feet sort of dragging throughout the past, 10 years or so as you make your spiritual evolution? Hi, I'm Veronica Lee, a metaphysician, mystic, mentor, and I wanted to share with you this week's weekly transformational forecast. It is the week of April 26th, 2021. One of the things I want to clarify is that I do bring information very in the moment. So, for example, I might tune in a little bit ahead of time to what is going on in terms of the energies, noticing the patterns that have been happening between my clients and myself and the things that I see out in the world. And when I sit in front of the camera to bring forth this information, it is like doing a reading for a client, but instead I'm tapping into the collective energies. So I do bring information that is quick, and at the same time, I often have to look to the side, figure out exactly how to bring it through and say what needs to be said. So starting from that question about, is your spiritual evolution and transformation taking forever? What I spoke to in the last couple of sessions, or I would say forecasts, is this piece of our shadow work coming up, right? This stuff coming up to the surface for us to look at. What I want to show you is how much progress you've made over the past year, 2 years, 10 years. For me personally, I've been looking at my old blogs for, since 2008. I've been writing information about what's going on. I've been giving lots of articles about specific, ways to help you with your own process and so on. And what's amazing is that I was writing things, 10, 12 years ago that were speaking a lot to what we're going through now, right? So yes, as humans, we're constantly evolving and there is no so-called there. But we also recognize when we are experiencing more flow, more joy, more connection to our own soul. And that's the progress I want you to reflect on. So what's going on specifically this week is that, yes, our stuff was coming to the surface. It's probably still kind of there. It's not like, oh, last week we resolved everything and now we're done and let's move on. This is a continuous process, and at the same time, what you may notice is that when stuff comes up for us to look at and love into its wholeness, the process moves much quicker. So as our own evolutionary process speeds up, so does the process of releasing and moving through to the other side. In that vein, what I also want you to notice is how far you've come in each particular area of your life. So not to say again, oh, we're going to get to perfection and it's going to look like this with, a cherry on top. But rather, if you look at your own experience with those areas that were more sticky for you about 5-10 years ago, versus today, there is more ease as you've grown. Now, for some of us, we came in highly awake, kind of are on the fast track. We've been going through what feels like the dryer, getting banged around for quite a while now. And there's been a bit of right, in the overall process. For some people, they maybe have set their alarm clocks for awakening a little later in the process. And so for them, it might be, oh, I'm just now experiencing this aha, or I'm just now looking at this stuff that's going on. What I want to say to that is that just because the process may have started later doesn't mean it won't be just as intense, if not more so, to get you to that faster shift in consciousness. So the more people that are awakening, the more that awakening, this energy of being conscious, of being connected to your soul, of being clear that we are all one, affects more people, affects the whole of our awakening. So, yes, there is this, let's say, review time, or this place of like, gee, I'm getting a little tired. Can't we just get there already? But what I really want to focus on, and what the energies are asking us to look at, is the progress. Maybe you look at some old journals. Maybe you review conversations that you had with, friends and loved ones a few years back, as to what your thought process was, what your goals were, etc. So again, I'm talking very metaphysically, that affects the physical, that affects the everyday. But specifically, this is a soul evolution. This is you stepping into who you are more clearly, and that energy becoming more and more available to you as everyone around you is also doing their work. So we're all doing this incredible work of awakening, and at the same time, the universe is supporting us through that awakening. So the energies of this week, they're basically saying, look in this mirror. We're reflecting back to you, your progress, how far you've come. Don't get stuck in the shadows, but when they do come up, recognize how quickly they are moving through with more resolution. And with that, I hope that you have a great rest of your week, and always feel free to comment or ask questions. If it's on Instagram, you can, tag me or whatever they do on Instagram. If it's on YouTube, absolutely, you can subscribe. Facebook, same thing. I'm more than happy to connect with you and find out what your experiences are as we evolve together. So until next time.